Sample has been charged with first-degree murder. Police confirms he was the father of Sheann Miller's unborn child.
Baltimore, Maryland, one of the top 5 deadliest cities in America. The summer is just now starting to kick in. Tempers flare more easier. Money is slow because of COVID-19 and the pandemic. It was June 19th, 2020. After spending the night with his girlfriend, Sheann Miller. This would be the last time they see each other. Sheann Miller was a loving mother to Shania Gilmore. Cheyenne's family said she was the light in most of their family members' eyes. Very outgoing, charismatic, and extremely altruistic. She had been a little stressed lately from her pregnancy and the baby's father. She takes her daughter to all of the parks in the area so that she can get away from her problems at home and for her daughter's enjoyment. June 19th, late, just after midnight, 2020, 24-year-old Devon Sample was meeting his girlfriend, Sheann Miller, to discuss their future on the 200 block of Boswell Street in Baltimore. With her being pregnant and already having another beautiful child by another man, they have been having relationship problems, but they never told anyone about them. In fact, I believe they were getting ready to break up, or that she was going to give him some other sad news. Devon Sample most likely was a jealous individual. I mean, just look at this beautiful lady. They're having a conversation inside of her car when things got heated. She told him something that ruffled his feathers for real. He didn't like the outcome of their meeting. He pulls out a pistol and shot a 3-year-old baby a couple times and then turned the gun to her, said something and shot her a few times as well. He looked at her stomach and felt an overwhelming rage exit his body. He then got out of the car and hopped back into his BMW and left the scene. During any intense moment like this, you eventually cool off and undergo a self-evaluation. I wonder what he was going through during the process. He goes home thinking he has gotten away with murder, but technology is going to debunk his theory. He is immediately arrested after this tragedy took place. Devon maintains his innocence at the bail hearing, which was denied. A couple days later, the Baltimore police got a major break in a case. A detective got a call about a surveillance video that had the whole crime on camera. And detective says it clearly shows Devon Sample meeting up with his girlfriend, getting out of the BMW and hopping inside of his girlfriend's car. An argument erupts, and a moment or so goes by when the camera catches muzzle flashes from the gun inside of Cheyenne's car. And that's when he hopped out of her car and walked back into his BMW and drove away. How could you kill a baby? This is highly unusual. Who will kill a pregnant lady anyways, unless you didn't care about her pregnancy? What did she tell him? That the baby wasn't his and that it was the father of her first child who had gotten her pregnant during one of their breakups? Sheann was an excellent dancer, her guidance counselor and dance coach had said. If I'm not mistaken, she was about to sign up for dance school when all this was going down. Speaking of it, since Devon Sample killed a woman that was pregnant, he is getting a new charge put against him. Because of the new law that just passed, which is the Lauren Reed's law, maximum of 10 years added on to your sentence. This law was just passed in 2019 when 31-year-old Lauren Wallen was 14 weeks pregnant when she went missing in September 2017 in Maryland. Her body later was found, shot in the head and buried in a field in Montgomery County. March 8th, 2019. Since then, killings of pregnant women carries an extra sentence because of the vulnerability of the woman.
Following tonight, a mother and her little girl gunned down in Southwest Baltimore. Tonight, we are hearing from family members who are simply left heartbroken, wondering how and why. And WJZ has just learned the mother was also pregnant. Rachel Menitoff has been on this tragic story from the start. She has the new details.
Rick, tonight we spoke to family members along Boswell Road where this tragic shooting happened. They expressed their heartbreak and devastation to us. And tonight police say they're questioning witnesses and talking to people who knew the victims. A tragic discovery. Baltimore police say a woman and toddler were found dead inside of a car in Southwest Baltimore Friday. Family members say the victims are Sheann Miller and her 3-year-old little girl, Shania. A relative also tells WJZ Sheann was 8 months pregnant. Ariel Johnson says she's the child's great aunt.
Rage, disbelief. Like, it's no words to describe how we feel right now that our 3-year-old loved one was gunned down.
WJZ spoke to the woman who didn't want to be identified, who originally made the 911 call. She says when she left her house Friday morning, she saw what she thought was a woman sleeping in her car. But when she came home later in the day and checked on the car a second time.
This time I pulled all the way up towards the car and like leaned in. And like, miss, she didn't respond. I knew something was wrong.
City police blocked off Boswell and Fred Crest for several hours, and eventually a tow truck removed a car from the street before police cleared the scene. What we don't know for sure is whether or not this car belongs to the victims. Shania's great-grandfather says she was the light of their lives.
You know, she bought about a house to see me last week. You know, that was my daughter's heart.
Johnson now asking anyone who knows anything about what happened to come forward.
We would like to know any information about what's going on.
Police tell us they do not have anyone currently in custody, but anyone with information is asked to call police immediately. There is also a phone number at which people can text police, and we've posted that phone number on our website, WJZ.com. Reporting outside police headquarters, I'm Rachel Menitoff for WJZ.
By far, this has been one of the worst stories I ever had to do. And I believe I have done some disgusting stories in the past. My heart goes out to her family. And RIP to the fallen. Stay tuned for the next documentaries on Dat Knock Design.